Welcome back, tasters, to this episode of Tim and Shayne Taste Everything. We're going to do kind of a bourbon lover's buyer's guide here and kind of go through some different price ranges if you have a bourbon lover in your family. We're going to start from the $10 to $20 bracket and go all the way up to 100 plus. You know, give some of our favorite bottles in those ranges, and I'm sure there's some I'll forget too.
Oh, there's I had to kind of just go through a list and kind of narrow them down.
Mm-hmm.
But and even if you're going to stock your own bar, what you can, ideas for what to get for each price level, or if you're on a certain budget, if you only want to spend $30 a bottle, what's good for $30?
There's a lot of good stuff in that 30 to 40 range.
I feel like it's getting more and more. I think the gap is closing between the really expensive stuff and the middle price stuff, where you don't have to pay 90 or $100 because there's stuff that's 40 that's just as good, sometimes better.
Yeah. So the $10 to $20 range for me, my favorite go-to in that range is the Evan Williams Bottled in Bond, the white and green label.
I might have that right there. Yeah. It was might be a little partially empty.
Oh yeah! Holy cow!
This is I didn't put that on there strictly because I knew Tim was gonna pick this. It's really almost impossible to beat for the price.
For the price,
ultra budget friendly, but man, it's a tasty.
It is tasty. Excellent mixer too. You can't hardly beat it.
Yep.
But
if I could really only pick one, I have three, but if I could only pick one between the $10 and $20 range, I'd pick the one that I think it makes excellent mixers. Most of these are going to, but you can also sip this one too. And it's Very Old Barton.
Oh yeah.
And if you can find the 100 proof,
the Bottled and Bond
Very Old Barton, and they still are. They're at the place I get them. They're $19. Yep. You can get the regular Very Old Barton, which is great too.
I've seen it for $10.
Yeah, $9 or $10. Yep,
it's insane.
But the Very Old Barton, so that white label, the Bottled and Bond, you can find that stuff, man. And if you want to make fantastic mixers that doesn't taste like you're using a $15 or $20 bottle, go ahead. Yeah. And the Evan Williams too. Yeah, awesome mixers.
Both great, and ones that you honestly could drink neat or on rocks or something. Yep. It'd be
and they're not so light and watered down that they're like whatever. They have good flavor to them. So I guess my runners up too, which I when I first started buying bourbon, I was looking for the lower price stuff but higher end taste. So one of the first bottles I bought was Old Grandad.
Oh yeah.
And you're still talking around $15 for the regular.
Yeah, the regular.
Yep, the regular Old Grandad. There's some variations of it that go up, but that one's hard to beat too. That's a great budget. And then I'd say a little bit newer to the scene, but Benchmark number 8, Buffalo Trace product. That's $10. That's legit $10 for regular Benchmark number 8. Now they have different levels of them. They got single rickhouse. They have full proof and all these ones, but the number 8 for around $10, man, it's hard to beat. It's actually really, really tasty stuff.
Absolutely.
Yep.
There's now the like I said, we said the 30 to 40, but the 20 to 30 has a lot of really solid bottles in there too, and I have a bunch of them, but I'll pick maybe a couple here.
Okay.
Just to so I don't.
I'm interested to see if you got the one. I didn't write it down, and now I'm thinking of it. I'm going to say it too because I should have written it down.
Okay, yeah.
I want to see if there's.
For me, probably my favorite bottle in the $20 to $30 range is the Jack Bonded. The Jack Daniel's Bonded and the Bonded Rye. Those are fantastic.
Yeah, I got that because I just looked up I have that in the 30 to 40. Oh, okay. So I don't know if you can find. You could find it sub 30s.
Yeah,
couldn't you?
I see it for 28.
Okay. Yep. So either way, I got it one level up, but I'm on board with Jack Bonded.
Yeah, you can find the 700 milliliters, I should say.
Right.
In the 20 to 30, I actually found the Bonded on sale for $20.
Oh, nice.
A bottle.
But, and any of the Jack Bonded too, to be fair. The Bonded Rye
is
fantastic. My God, it's unbelievable. Man. It's bubble gum and mint. And
way out of its price range as far as taste goes.
Yeah.
But another one I had too that I really dig is the I would throw it in there, the early Tom's Bottled and Bond.
Oh yeah.
That's a great
Killer.
one. It's usually closer to that $30, but it's usually like a liter.
Yep.
That you can get it for. So
right.
That is an excellent one too.
Yep.
But I won't steal them all. So I'll say
no, I don't think we're not gonna. I have for my number one here is Wild Turkey 101.
Mm-hmm. That's a tough to beat one.
Yeah,
too.
that's kind of. I think a lot of people will agree on that. If you're gonna put a list of budget bourbons.
Oh yeah.
That people just absolutely love, and rightly so.
Good, solid stuff, too.
It is very good.
Mm-hmm.
And I also have Evan Williams Small Batch.
Okay.
I really like it. You can find that stuff for $25-$27 still. They got I think the bottles changed a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I still got one of the weird older bottles, but I really like that one too for that price range. And then I think I got it right. The price, I think I looked, Knob Creek 9-year.
Okay.
30, I think I just saw it for.
Is it under 30?
Yeah, I saw it for, I think I saw it for like $28.99.
Okay.
The last time I went to get it. So, I mean, you're talking close. It's right around the 30 mark anyway.
Yep.
And Knob Creek, I think they're kind of known for, they're punching above their weight too on a lot of their stuff for their prices.
They do.
They make some fantastic stuff.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I had a couple other ones too. The Jim Beam Black Label, the 7-year.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be called Extra Old, but they rebranded and it's just Black 7 now.
Yep.
And then the pour that I've been digging a lot is the Jim Beam Winter Reserve.
Oh yeah,
dude,
I just cracked mine open, man. Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's pretty tasty for being a 86 proofer.
Yeah,
you know it's got all those winter flavors and it's a good pour, man.
Yep. Well, we're gonna have to do some background stuff. You hear the puppies?
Yeah, we got some
there.
dogs. They want some food or snacks. I think they know we got snacks down here.
Yeah, absolutely. The other one I was thinking, I got to make sure I'm in the right price range here, is Old Granddad 113.
The 114. That's,
114, sorry. Is it?
Yeah, that's 20 to 30.
Okay. That one I also think you got to kind of put in there just because of the proof.
Yeah, absolutely. That was another one that I forgot to write down. But yeah, you're right. In the 30 to 40, I just wrote down kind of a couple real quick. The Russell's 10 is a tough one.
That's my number one.
Tough one to beat in that price range.
Yep.
But I've also had Bullet is putting out a 10-year too, and any of their single barrel like store picks and stuff. I just opened one last night or the other day. I had some last night, but of the Clinton Foods store pick single barrel, and man, it is delicious. But it's in that $30 to $40 range. That's all.
That's all you got. Well, I had the Russell's 10 too, and then my second one was the Bowman Brothers. Single barrel.
Yep.
You're talking, dude, for like $34-$35, man. That stuff, all the Bowman stuff is great.
Mm-hmm.
But this is one of the lowest priced ones they have, and it's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's a Buffalo Trace deal.
Yep. I tried to not include too much of the, not necessarily not Buffalo Trace, but most Buffalo Trace stuff is tough to find.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so, I'd say probably the Bowman Brothers is probably one of the easier ones.
Mm-hmm.
But you're talking like the John Jay. That's all allocated stuff too, and you're not going to have a easy time. I've seen the Bowman Brothers popping up, but yeah, that's true. Most of the time, I'm trying not to include stuff that is tough to get over.
Yeah.
You're telling people to go out and get a budget bottle. You can't even find
it. Absolutely, and you might have a tough time finding the early times bottled and bond.
That's true. Seems like it's getting a little more prevalent now. Maybe.
Yeah, from just based on some of the comments I read on our early times bottled and bond video, it looks like some places it's pretty tough to find.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, I don't see it all over Wisconsin. I've been getting mine from right over the border.
True. Yeah, that's true. Me too. For me, 40 to 50, I gotta put in Wild Turkey Rare Breed.
That's my number one.
And Woodford Double Oak.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll 100%. I agree with those.
Yeah.
I got Heaven Hill Bottled and Bond.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's a great bottle.
Yep. And then I had the Wild Turkey. And then I also put in, I don't know if you have a lot of experience with them, but I put in Still Austin's Cask Strength.
Oh, okay.
But man, that company for a younger company and younger whiskeys, man, they're doing some awesome stuff. And the Cask Strength is like $42. Oh, God, it's so good. So good.
Now, the next category, I kind of lumped 50 to 75.
Okay, and I didn't even do the 60 to 70. I did 50 to 60. So
Yep. But in that, there's a lot of really good bottles in that.
oh yeah, it was a hard one. This was a hard one to even do.
Yeah, 50 to 75 range. But a couple of my favorites are the Jack single barrel proof with the gold label. The Elijah Craig toasted rye, or the regular toasted barrel, but the toasted rye is excellent.
Yep.
And the Knob Creek 12.
Oh yeah,
It's
Knob Creek, man. You're gonna find them on a lot of lists of price ranged bottles.
Yeah.
Everything they do is really good. I have 13th Colony. If you haven't had that, another younger company I kind of am liking. That's right in that price range, 50 to 52 or 53 bucks. Smoke Wagon, small batch.
Yeah.
I'm a big Smoke Wagon guy. I think that's one of their good values.
their stuff is nicely balanced, which is really nice.
Yeah, I agree. And then I also have, I know from what we've talked, if I can remember right, you're not a huge Four Roses single barrel.
Yeah.
I think because that's the skinnier kind of squarish
Yep,
bottle.
the square bottle.
I think that's a steal at that price range, man. The rest of their stuff, sometimes some of the small batch and the other ones I think they're a little overpriced, but the single barrel is value to quality. I think is awesome.
Yeah. Actually, and a couple other ones you could throw in there too are like the Elijah Craig barrel proofs.
Oh yeah,
and Larceny barrel proofs. Those are all in that $65 range, and those are solid too.
So you went. Oh, so these were all 50 to 70.
Those were 50 to 75, and then I kind of did 75 to 100.
Okay, all right. I got one 75 to 100. So you go ahead.
Okay,
you got a couple of them.
Yeah, and I put the regular Peerless Double Oak. I've been able to find that for about 90, and that is an excellent bottle.
Yep.
I did also throw in Blanton's only because you should find it for around $75. If you found one for under 100, between 75 and 100, I think that would be a fair price
for here.
Yeah. But don't pay more than that. That's the only reason I wrote that down. Is it worth that? No, I don't think so. But
yeah, if you can find it at its just recommended price, then it's great.
That's just the point I wanted to make on that. So
yeah, so the only one I had for that is one that I think gets past a lot of people, and you can find it in most places now. It is starting to. I've noticed it's starting to dwindle a little bit, but is Old Ezra 7-year?
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I don't have that up there anymore. Ezra Brooks really gets overlooked as like a lower end kind of whiskey.
Oh yeah.
But they put out some barrel proof stuff, and the Old Ezra 99, and then or I should say Ezra Brooks. The only one that's called Old Ezra is the Old Ezra 7-year and the Old Ezra 7-year rye.
Okay.
The Old Ezra 7-year bourbon is amazing, and if it's it was $100 not long ago because it was so scarce, but now that it's coming out more and more, I've seen it for $80.
Okay.
And if you can find it at that, snatch it up, because Ezra Brooks to me is like, it's one of those whiskeys that's kind of like Dickel. It's really got its own profile.
Yeah,
you're not gonna find a lot of stuff like Ezra, and I think it's worth having just because of its uniqueness.
Yeah, it is. It does have its own profile for sure.
Yeah.
And there's, once you get over 100, man, I mean, there is some good stuff, but you're starting to hit that top level, I think.
Yeah.
Of your diminishing returns on your investment, because
dude, it's easier for me to pick $30 to $40 bottles than give you a list of 100 plus.
Yeah. The only one I wrote down is the Peerless Double Oak Rye. That's like 120.
Yeah.
Or something like that, I think. But if you can find like the Calumet 16 or something at like
a good
$100
deal.
Then
we had Clinton Foods.
That
was everywhere too, because I saw the prices all of a sudden just go.
They all went down.
They were that's
$95.
Yeah, from 150, 160.
Yep.
But that's, if you can find the stuff, it's great.
That's just it.
If you're gonna a splurge bottle that I would suggest is this Jacob's Pardon.
Yeah.
And this is an 18-year minimum aged, 142.7 proof. But It does not drink at 142.
No.
Like if I drank it and you made me guess, I'm probably guessing 110, 115.
Yep, I would say the same.
And the flavors are just, it's unbelievable. I've never had anything like it. I'd put it in my top 3 bourbons, and it push number 1 kind of right now because I can't think of anything better.
It's like drinking butterscotch.
It is wild, and
Yeah.
this is the only when it even came out. I've seen some videos on Jacob's Pardon stuff, but I wasn't familiar with them.
Mm-hmm.
This is MGP stuff.
Yep.
But I don't know if it's the 18 years. I don't know what the hell they did. But man, if you can find this stuff, the number 3 Jacob's Pardon, minimum 18 years. This is a splurge bottle. I would buy another one if I ever saw it again.
Sure.
I just got lucky when they got him in, and I kind of ran down to the guy and was like, "I'll take one of those."
Yeah, you got to jump on them quick.
Yep,
that's for sure.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. That's pretty much like all I got for. And don't get me wrong, there's others out there that you could go with that are excellent, and
yeah, put them in the comments too.
Yeah,
because I mean, there's others. It was hard doing this. Honestly,
yeah, it really was.
There's so many I wanted to put on there, but I'd like to hear what other people think too of even theirs, just to give me a idea of stuff I haven't picked up. Because a lot once you start doing the bourbon thing, you're kind of always looking for the special stuff and stuff that's a little more rare or whatever. You kind of forget about how good some of this the medium price stuff can be.
Yeah.
Especially if you're not trying it all the time.
Yep.
So yeah, I'd like to hear from people too on what they think is a good budget bottle. And
any price range.
Yeah,
let us know in the comments what your favorite bottle is, and then give us the price range that you find it in. Because honestly, we'd love to know, just to, like you said, expand our horizons a little bit and look for new bottles.
Yep.
But I think that's gonna about do it for this episode of Tim and Shayne Taste Everything. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll catch you in the next one.